Hi, my name is Lori Alexander. A few months ago, one of my daughters called me and told me that one of her friends was pregnant with her seventh child. And they were very nervous about telling their both sets of parents because they knew both sets of parents would be very angry and upset. And then yesterday on my Instagram story, one woman wrote me privately and said that she's pregnant with her fourth or fifth, I can't quite remember, but she said she's very nervous about telling her parents because they'll be really upset. She said they were really excited about having the first baby, but then has been upset after every single baby after that. And she's been trying to prepare them that they want a lot of children, but her parents still continue to be upset. And I found this bit to be very common even in the Christian community. Parents, are upset when they find out their children are having more than one or two children. This isn't biblical. Children are gifts and blessings from God. If anyone should be having a lot of children and being thrilled about it, it should be us. And I forgot to tell you that my daughter, whose friend called her and said she was so nervous about telling her parents that she was pregnant with her seventh, my daughter's immediate response was, well, you can call my parents and tell them. They'll be very excited. We'll be excited no matter how many children any of our children have, or however many children anyone has. Will be excited because we know what incredible gifts and blessings children are. They are definitely the greatest blessing in our life, and now our grandbabies are a huge blessing in our life. And so, women, I just want to encourage you. Yeah, you'll get, comments made to you about having so many children. Don't you know where they come from? Don't you know our world's overpopulated? And I read an article by Miley Cyrus, which I will never read anything written about her or things she said ever again, because I just felt polluted after reading it. But she said that she doesn't want to bring children into the world because she doesn't want them to damage the world. But you know what? God created the world for human beings, period. He's the one that's going to destroy this world with fire and roll it up as a scroll. He wants us to be fruitful and multiply. Having children, godly offspring, is what brings salt and light to this world and make it a better place. So as believers in Jesus Christ, as long as you are able to have children, and as long as God gives you children, have them. Raise them in the nurture and the admonition of the Lord. Raise them to love Him, to love other people, to work hard, to be people of integrity who love the Lord in His ways. It'll only benefit our culture to have more and more Christian kids. Don't send them off to universities where they're going to be polluted by the world systems. I see too many Christian parents doing this and their kids go the ways of the world. We must protect our children and lead them in the paths of righteousness and on the old paths that the Lord ordained for our children and for us to walk on. And it's okay to shelter our children when they're young from the pollution, the garbage that's going on in our world, and teach them the ways of the Lord. So once they go out into the world, for the guys to work, for the men to work, and the women to, you still are in the world shopping and with our neighbors. We still want to be salt and light. We don't want to be so enclosed that we aren't influencing the culture around us. But your children will have deep roots in Jesus as you shelter them as children and give them strong boundaries to protect them. I was thankful for the boundaries that my mother gave me, and my sister and I, we both talked about we wished she gave us more boundaries. And we gave our children more boundaries, and they're very thankful for the boundaries that we gave them, their protection. So don't let people deride you or mock you for having a lot of children or for wanting a lot of children. And if your parents aren't excited about you having that eighth baby or whatever, you can call me and I'll be excited, or write me and I'll be excited, or find another godly older woman in your life or friends who love children, who think children are valuable and precious. This culture so looks down upon children that it's just tragic. It's led to the slaughter of millions and millions of unborn babies. And the best way to rebel against that is to obey God, be fruitful and multiply, and raise those children to love Him. Enjoy having those babies, enjoy raising them. It's not easy, but it's good. It's really, really wonderful. It's storing your treasures in heaven. Bye-bye.